4th at 10 a.m. joining us for a live supercharge event as we are out here predicting the price of BTC. And I believe I see some new players as we've been having some new people roll into our Discord. Looks like they're coming through the Dojo-S community. Good to see all those new players out there. Thanks for joining in. And I think Yeti over here wanted to start things off with some interesting news that he had heard about. Yeti, how you doing?
Yeah, pretty good. So I've just been reading that that we're fucked, basically. So they reckon that there's a real correlation between short founders and successful startups. And so, you've got like Mark Zuckerberg. I think it said he was 5'7". Jeff Bezos is 5'7" or 5'8". What are the other ones? It's like Jensen Huang, 5'7". Reckons that so because they've got a chip on their shoulder. And they reckon that 58% of Fortune 500 CEOs sorry. No, they're saying that taller CEOs take over later. And so you get your shorter ones like start it, make it big because they're they're the fighters. They got the dog in them. And then but as the company matures, you end up with taller CEOs far above your average height. So 58% of the Fortune 500 CEOs are 6 feet or taller, compared to 14% in the general population. So at that stage, but before that stage, you got a whole bunch of them at 5'7", 5'6", 5'7", a couple of 5'8".
Well, I guess history repeats itself, Napoleon, he was 5 feet 5'6". He was 5 feet 6 inches. He went out there, decided to crown himself as the Emperor of France. I wonder who his replacement was. How tall was Napoleon's replacement? I'm going to have to ask AI this one. That would be pretty funny if that also proves true. Let's see.
Michael Bloomberg, 5'7". Eric Yuan, 5'7".
Well, I guess Tony we're going to have to get the reverse surgery. I know all these younger kids are trying to get the height surgery. We're just going to chop our knees down a little bit and,
Right. Also, in the same thing, there's a graph where they have people's heights, and the amount of people that are 5'11" there's no hardly any people that are 5'11", and they reckon it's not because there are no people that are 5'11". They reckon it's because everyone that's 5'11" says they're 6 foot.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And so I've got there's a chart here, and you see it's perfect bell curve up, and then there's 5'11", it's poof, and then 6 foot, and then perfect bell curve down,
Yeah, I tell people the opposite. I go, I used to be 6 feet, but as the years have gone on, I lost an inch.
Yeah. I reckon I've probably lost an inch too.
Yeah.
I would imagine.
My girlfriend thinks it's from lifting too heavy, and I've looked in the lower part of my back is kind of mine kind of goes in now, and it's kind of compressed in.
Yeah, right.
So I've just compressed my spine. It lost an inch, but I'm not afraid to say it, guys. All right, I'm 5'11". I used to be 6.
I used to be almost 6'4.5". I used to be 198 centimeters or something, I think.
Yeah.
And I think I'd be maybe just shy of 6'4" now, I reckon. I don't know. Yeah.
But we plan on going to space, and we're gonna get an extra inch or two,
Yeah, you get fucking tall up there, eh?
Yeah. but you lose it in the first 2 weeks that you come back.
Yep.
But so Napoleon's was succeeded by Louis the 18th, right? He was only 5'8", but he was notably overweight, so he wasn't taller, but he was out further, so maybe that helped. Oh, wait. I gotta show one thing. Woman who went to space before and after. This is the only thing that happens to you when you go to space, though. Oh, what's her name? God. This is her after she went to space. Like, her face did this. Her whole face changed.
Whoa.
And got super longer. I want to see the before.
Whoa.
No.
No fucking way is that the same.
Wait,
thing?
I gotta find. Right. Yeah, I gotta find the before space. What's her name? Hold up. Why aren't they showing the before? Oh, oops, I spelled space wrong. Spox. Yeah, this is like her before going to space.
Yeah, right.
This is her like before going to space. That's the one. No, this is literally her before she went to space.
What the hell?
Yeah.
Oh man, space was unkind.
Yep, and then just look at the after. It like stretches out your face. That's how she returned. Isn't that shit crazy?
That is crazy. Was she up there for like 20 years?
I don't think so. I think she was just on that mission with those guys.
8-day mission. Oh, it turned into 9 months. That's stress. I reckon that's what that is. Meant to be an 8-day mission.
Yeah. Some crazy.
That's just stress.
When Jeff Bezos sends everybody up. They come back looking like okay, first of all, they got fresh makeup done, hair did, everything.
Yeah.
You're telling me that this little freaking pod, I guess they only sent him up for a little bit. They probably got it done beforehand. But you're telling me that, the speed of getting launched up there, going up there, whatever, coming back down, telling me you come down with perfect hair. I know it's only like, a short time, like an hour or two or whatever.
Well, you reckon they didn't go up to space?
I don't know.
There is that, like, but, I mean, there's that video of him opening it, but
they open it beforehand from the inside.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, but hang on, no. But someone comes and opens it, so they're setting him up for the opportunity to have the press thing of opening it, and so it's already been opened by like someone else.
Yeah.
So that he can do it, and then they do it, and so kind of I feel like that fed into it. Fed into it all. This
didn't mess up their hair at all. The zero gravity. Bam. Blue Origin. You know what? I love that Jeff Bezos' wife is getting some FaceTime, Might as well. Like, honey, send me up to space. All right.
I was reading this article about this person that went to a Jeff Bezos retreat that he had, where like apparently he has them all the time, and he just kind of invites all of the people that he like either wants to do deals with or that he's just interested in, and it's like so for this one he hired out a whole resort and then like a whole area around the resort. Mm-hmm. So it was kind of like all just the people that he invited. And the person said that like he went with his kids and like there was like one nanny per kid that came. Like everyone had like like he had 2 kids and there were 2 nannies specifically for his 2 kids. but he was like the most fucking like unempathetic. Like he was like, you said the whole thing was this performance. Like he came out with his, like, his arm around his kid's shoulder, like blah 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 blah. And it just felt like a very good performance. From him, not so much from the kid. And at the end, Jeff Bezos, like, in just, you kind of in passing, he asked him if he'd had a good time, and his wife had just broken her ankle that day. And so he told him that he was like, oh yeah, it was really good, but my wife broke her ankle today. And Jeff Bezos's face just kind of like went like really weird, like, and he didn't say anything, like didn't say like, oh no, like, is she okay, or anything like that. His face just went really weird, and then some of his people ran over and took him away. But like, no, like empathy, no, like,
The Jeff Bezos humanoid robot has broken down. Oh, fuck, get him. Get him off the stage.
Like, I think maybe he was worried that he was like going to get sued or something for it, and he didn't want to, like. But yeah, fuck, how bizarre. It was like an article talking about how, like, the super rich these days, like, you got these people that are like richer than anyone has ever been in history, like, by far richer than any of the, fucking Caesars of Rome, or any of the, Genghis Khan or whatever. Like, like, you got people that like literally can't lose what they've got. Like, it'd be impossible for them to, like, they could, sink their super yacht 20 times over and it wouldn't make any material difference to their life. Like, and it's just saying that, like, the sense of morality and responsibility just doesn't exist. It's like, like, the world is just kind of this like plaything for them that they, like, it's like they only answer to their own set of morals. And it's kind of like, it reminded me of, like, reading it, what you were saying about like people like treating other people like NPCs in GTA. Kind of these like playthings for you to do whatever with, and it was very much like that he was arguing that they're basically like, like Elon Musk doing the Doge thing, which had zero effect, but it was like, like him just kind of fulfilling this little LARP that he wanted to do, that, like, he didn't care about its effect. He didn't care, it's like, just like this, like, I want to do this.
This is what I'm always like, these people lost the plot in life, because it's like, okay, cool, you could have everything in the world and nothing is meaningful to you, but then you don't focus on your family, the one thing that has meaning in your life.
Yep.
Your ability to affect. It's like, okay, like, then what are you loyal to then?
Yep.
It's a disease these people have, man.
Yep.
Yeah. It's too bad.
Did you ever watch that Born Rich documentary?
No.
It was by the son of, it was by like some like Trustafarian kind of
That's my favorite word.
Kid. I love it. It's so good.
Trustafari.
But he was kind of doing, like, he was pretty self-aware of it, and so he made this documentary about his, like, friends, like, like, he was definitely throwing them under the bus.
Yeah.
But so he had access to these, these kids that you wouldn't normally have access to, doing all of these interviews, and yeah, like, they are just fucked up. Like,
yeah,
like there was a couple that you were like, oh, they're good, they're a good person at least, but the vast majority were just, were that.
all of them were like, oh my god, my life's so hard, man, like, I'm gonna go do a bunch of drugs. And,
it was just like the world was there.
For my dad's company and go make $500,000 a year, but oh man, it's terrible.
Yeah,
Working me to the bone.
Yeah. Oh, $500,000 a year, I think is like, that would be, they're not.
They're like, this is piss change.
Yeah. They're not concerned about that. Like even the ones that, so there were ones that like had to, like that had no, like no support from their family kind of thing, but they had, $20 billion coming to them in inheritance or whatever. Uh, and but they were living in, like just a normal university accommodation kind of thing. Um, and like they see it as them living a normal life in a way, but like they just can't see that they aren't. I mean, like it's like they can't see that, like, they have none of the worries of a regular person in that situation. None of the financial worries. Like there's obviously a bunch of worries that are just, across all humans. But none of the, like they can always fall back on that, and they just don't really see it. They have no, like, they don't have that awareness.
Oh my goodness. Jesus. Dude, let's talk about Bitcoin price though, real quick.
Oh my
It's been falling
god.
off the chart.
Fucking hell. We're down to like 62, didn't it?
Yeah. It just in the last minute though, look at this chart. Like, oh my god, look at this. It could go below 64 again.
Go look at the 1-day game chart.
Jeffrey.
The 16 or
Jeffrey
the 8
Bezos.
the 8 candlestick mode chart.
Bum, 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 doo, doo, doo. Let's see. Oh my goodness. Thing of stairs right there. Oh my goodness. It's all Jeffrey Bezos' fault. Jeffrey Bezos. His rocket blew up and then everyone lost all hope. That thing was pretty cool though when it blew up. That's a nice fireworks show.
What was that?
When the Blue Origin rocket blew up?
How long ago was that?
Maybe like a week ago.
Huh, I didn't even see it.
Yeah. Left a giant cloud in the sky and a giant like flare.
Whoa, yeah, whoa.
Mm-hmm. Like, but you guys, please recycle.
Oh, that
rockets.
explosion.
Yeah. Of course, no one was on it, which was good.
There's
But
been so many times in my life that I've like had that, like once we were, when we were traveling around Australia, we, sorting all our recycle, our rubbish into recycling and not recycling, and worried about where we put it, and we like drove into this town and found where the dump was, and headed out there. And on the way out there was just like all of these signs. There was like 3 or 4 signs on the way out there that was like, "Don't set your rubbish on fire." Like it's illegal to set your rubbish on fire. Don't set it on fire. Don't set it on fire. And then you get to the dump, and the whole dump was on fire. Like it was like it was fucking bizarre how much fire there was, and it like how it just was like continuing to burn. Like it obviously been burning for some time, but like there were like flames, like like there was like a metal pole that was just like jamming out of the ground. It was hollow, and flames were coming out of it like it had some kind of like gas like propellant like firing under it. It's just fucking so weird. And then there were these 2 wild horses, like just like eating through this flaming garbage.
What? It's terrible.
Yeah. Yeah, it was so fucking weird. And I really carefully put my rubbish, I was like, oh fuck, all right, well, we gotta dump it here. We can't take it with us, so we gotta dump it. So I put mine away from the fire And like, go back to the car, look back, my rubbish was on fire. No shit. I don't know.
There's only so many ways to really dispose of this stuff, right? Like either like a massive landfill, which nobody wants a hot garbage mound,
Yep.
And it can also just catch fire anyways as everything decomposes. It gets so hot. Throwing it in the ocean, which no one wants either.
Oh fuck, that would be that's like the absolute worst.
They could try to recycle, but I think like the cost of recycling is so expensive to like actually go clean everything, melt it back down. Like who's buying it, like rebottling it, doing that type of stuff.
Yeah, well, I mean, they just need to like force that cost onto the people producing it originally.
Yeah,
that's the only way to really do it, I think. And then that way, like, people think about what they're packaging shit in.
Glass. That'd be good.
Yeah, I mean that they would switch to whatever. Like, and if they don't, then they've paid for the recycling anyway, and you can put that money into
glass. Makes so much sense. You can just melt it back down every time. It's fine.
Yeah, glass and tin is like aluminium.
Mm-hmm.
Is like it's super obviously like it takes so much electricity to fucking use solid electricity basically, isn't it? The amount of electricity that goes into producing aluminium. But once it's produced, it's like like you get it's like 10% of it or whatever to recycle it. But I loved drinking glass beers out on the boat. I just loved being able to like guilt-free hoik a bottle off the side of a just
what are they made out of then?
Glass.
Oh, you're just making sea glass?
Yeah, I mean it's like it's just glass bottles. You can just chuck them. Like they're totally inert. They're made from silicon. They're pretty much just sand.
They make beautiful sea glass.
Yeah.
Until you throw it too close to the beach and then someone steps on it before it gets.
This is a ways. There's no way this was getting back to a beach.
Yeah. Oh man, dude, the bubble is in though. SpaceX IPO is now live. You can get early access, whatever, on Robinhood.
Really?
Yep.
Is it already oversubscribed?
I don't know. I think you can just get in. I don't think it's... Dude, there's going to be so many people. Everyone's going to get in on that. But it's crazy. Like, every company is trying to raise a shit ton of money right now, which is a scary sign. It's like everyone's about to raise a bunch of money and then, like, cut a bunch of budget and then try to last for the long haul. I mean, something's going down. Especially when everyone goes with these crazy valuations. You have the SpaceX, you have OpenAI, you have Anthropic, you have Google. Everyone's trying to get a little something before the winter. That means people are expecting a bad market.
Will it make Musk a trillionaire, this IPO?
I think so. I think it will. Should be pretty crazy. I wonder what he's going to do. I don't think he'll do much different, though. Yeah, we need some major changes in this market. See, it's like it always looks like it's going to collapse. But I've talked to so many guys from the 80s and 90s, and they said it always looks like that. They're like, it's always been a house of cards. It always looks like it's going to collapse. Everyone's always freaking out, but there's always like there's people in power and different checks and balances, which make sure that these things like don't happen.
Yeah, but like people from the 80s saying that. I bet people in the like 20s had people from 1890 saying the same thing. It's like, it's like fucking, and then come to the fucking 30s and you fucked. I don't know.
Yeah.
Like, like gold only recently got back to its value that it was in like 1600. Like it's shit definitely. Like you view it on a long enough time frame, and like people are like at the moment are like, oh, stocks just keep going up forever. Like like it's just like you just got a DCA in it always. But like, maybe they're right for our lifetime. I don't know, but it's not. Like it's just going to keep going up forever.
I tell the young kids at the gym 2 things. One kid said he wants to be an engineer. And I'm like, dude, that's awesome. I was like, listen, like, we're going to have an infrastructure boom in the US at some point. Like, infrastructure has been crumbling. We're going to figure out a way to bring down costs and have better technology, and we're going to have a boom here. So, like, you go out there, you build the next roads, buildings, bridges, everything else like that. And I was like, you will make a ton of money doing that. I'm like, that's the best thing for you. Other little kid says, oh, I want to get into finance, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, dude, don't go in the front door that everyone's going into, try to get into one of these, be an analyst at one of these funds, get your series 7 or whatever it is, and become like a stockbroker. I was like, you're going to be compared to a bunch of other kids, and they're just going to look at your GPA and what school you're from, and you're just going to be another number on like a list, and they're not really going to consider you as a person. I was like, what you should get into is you should nerd out on precious metals and, understanding the technology behind them, understanding how to assess like, companies that are mining for these precious metals. And I was like, if you could get into that niche market, like eventually you'll always have a bull run in these precious metals. And I was like, and it's good. Like you don't have to deal with as much volatility. It could be a long-term thing, but eventually you're going to hit a peak and you're young enough to be able to capitalize on that. I was like, those are probably the 2 best things you guys could get into right now. And both the kids are like, oh, I'll do it. I'll check everything out. I'm like, all right, good. But precious metals are good. It's the only thing
I know, not just
besides
precious
Bitcoin.
metals, but like any commodity kind of stuff, I think is like.
That scares me. That means like we go into a world of more scarcity. It's a lot darker.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Yeah.
What a pot to finish it on, $155 pot.
Good job, guys. Very good game out there. All right. I think we'll end it here. So Yeti and I are going to go get the surgery to shorten up our legs and get shorter.
Where would you get him to take it out of your leg? Which part of your leg would you end up with like a really...
I think I'll just be all...
Shins or thighs?
I think I'll just be all thighs, no calves. I'll waddle around like a penguin. Be like, I'll bring him an example. Danny DeVito, I'll be like, this. Make me this.
Fuck, I love Danny DeVito. Oh my god, I love that guy.
It kind of scares me though. Like, I feel like if you ran into Danny DeVito in the street and he wasn't a famous actor, I'd be like, oh, this guy. Like, this is little Hobbit man. Like,
how good was Always Sunny in Philadelphia?
Oh, it was great.
Oh,
it's great. I never like watched it like that much, but I've like always seen enough episodes because they've been on that I'm like, this is really funny.
Yep. I watched the whole thing, I think, twice.
And I love how, like, Like that's pretty Philly, you know. Everyone's a little freaking. Everyone's drinking a little bit. They're going down to the bar. Everyone's a little cracked out. Like,
Yeah.
it's pretty good. Like it shows you like pure comedy could just be done on like a low budget if you got the right people. It's pretty good. And I always love that meme of I think Charlie or whatever when he's like all schizoed out and he's like putting all the pieces together and connecting everything.
Yeah. Yeah. Charlie is fucking.
That's how I feel all the time. I'm like, no, this is this all connected. It's all a conspiracy.
Charlie and Danny are like Danny DeVito are the two best characters in it. Yeah.
I'm definitely a conspiracy enjoyer in life.
Yep. Yeah, you seem like you're not like, you know, you're not like a zealot with it. You're not out there like, you know, like you.
Yeah, I have more fun. Like it's more fun to believe in some of these things, you know.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I like a more fun life, you know. I'm like, it's great. Yep. And I don't take anything like too seriously ever. I'm like, yeah.
Yep.
But it is good.
So should we hop over to this?
Life, you know, it's fun to make connections out there and synchronize things up together.
Yep. I can't. I just can't get into them. But I do love talking about them, even though I can't bring myself to. Like, yeah, like you know, I always look into them. Like, you know, I always like have a read about them, but it's really not many that I've.
What about aliens? You believe in aliens?
So it depends what you mean. I believe like there are aliens, but I don't believe that there's any like good evidence that they've come to Earth. But I do like I believe that like given the vastness of space that it would be surely there's like life out there. But I also think like there's a very good chance that we'll never like have contact with another species or
yeah.
I
don't know like how much I believe in like aliens as much as I believe in like interdimensional entities.
Yeah, I don't believe in that, even though like I have like experienced it in like a very like personal kind of way. Yeah. But I still don't believe in it. Which is weird to say like that, but yeah, that's how I feel about it.
Dude, all right, wait. I'll end this so I can text you about something. I'll see you.